So let's take a look at these independently. I know, that was your cue to hiss. Code that relies on randomness, like shuffling a deck of cards. So let's just brainstorm here. And by the way, let me just be upfront about this. This question is a little bit of a preview for concepts that are coming up in the next 15, 20 minutes. But part of the goal of this class is to get you to think about testing in a sort of very devious way. So suppose it was your job to do A. Any brainstorming about how you might actually control quote-unquote randomness?
If you know what your randomness function uses as a seed.
So one answer is all random number generators, or pseudo-random number generators, I guess we'd call them, if they're based on an algorithm, they have a seed. The seed deterministically sets what the sequence of random numbers is. So if you control the seed, you can, in principle, set up tests that know what sequence of random numbers is going to come up. Yes, indeed, you can certainly do that. And we'll also show another way that you can do it. So in principle, you can, in fact, essentially tame some of the randomness so that you have a deterministic test. What about the idea of code that relies on doing something based on the time of day or phase of the moon or animal of the lunar year or something? What could you do there? Anybody? Brainstorming? Yes.
So whatever your code is using to get the time of the day, you kind of like fool it by putting in like a dummy object in there that makes it think that the time of the day is now, the time to be back up, or whatever.
Just so. So the proposed answer is your code has to be calling some function somewhere that tells it what the time of day is. And if you could essentially substitute that function and return a value of your own choosing, you can make it believe that it's any particular day and time and then see if the right code paths get executed. So that is, in fact, very much what we're going to do. And what you'll see is that the amount of pain to do this in the Ruby world is really minimal. In fact, it's quite elegant, in part because of the dynamic language features. It's easier than it would be to do in some statically typed languages. But the overall message of this slide is you should be skeptical if someone tells you that a certain function just can't be tested in a deterministic manner. There's almost always a way to do it. And the recurring theme of the rest of the examples we're going to do is you do that by breaking the dependency. The dependency of example A is the dependency on the random number generator. If you can figure out where that random number generator lives and coerce it to behave a certain way, you can break that dependency and make the code behave differently. And likewise, for time of day, there's some function somewhere that is providing the value of the clock. And if you can intercept what that is, you can tame the non-determinism and do it your own way. Okay, so that's where we're going in the next couple of segments here.